Welcome, everyone. I'm Cliff Grossner, and I am the Vice President responsible for Market Intelligence and Innovation at the Open Compute Project Foundation. Last year, I think I chatted with everyone around this time on my thoughts around 2022, and I talked about three forces. One, the movement to edge computing. Two, the movement to specific computational infrastructure rather than homogeneous infrastructure. And three, the requirements for sustainability becoming more mainstream. And for 2023, I want to talk a little bit more about short term things because those three forces, in my mind, are still very prevalent in the marketplace. So when we come to Edge, what we're seeing, or what I'm predicting you're going to see from the OCP in our community, is the movement that we've made towards modularization of servers will now propagate out to the edge. And so we'll now see the point where common modules that are used in the data center will be usable at the edge, like for AI, like for composable memory, and the same modules will be used throughout the from edge to cloud, which will make a very homogeneous computing environment. So that's one thing that you're going to see from us that I think is really important to track. The next thing I think that is going to be really important that you're going to start to hear about is quantum computing. Last year, a lot of people still thought it was a science experiment. The advances we're seeing this year with deployments of quantum networking at Telefonica and British Telecom and some of the other advances at IBM tell me that this is the year that it enters the true hype cycle. And don't let that scare you. The hype's important. And at some point, we come out of the hype cycle with some very useful use cases. So watch out for that. Start to think about that in your strategies. And the other thing that I wanted to mention to you is last year, I think when I used the word chiplets with a lot of people, they looked at me like they didn't know what they were talking about. And I think that this year, this is the year that we go from people didn't know about it to people are now knowing it's there, it's on the horizon. And we're going to see a lot of discussions in 2023 about how that's going to change the marketplace. So watch out for that in terms of moving from homogeneous compute to specialized compute. The last area that I wanted to chat with you about is sustainability. And from the OCP, what you can expect now that that's become a top level project is the movement towards new metrics and standardizations for how do we look at sustainability in the data center and compute ecosystem. And in very concrete things in 2023, with the movement to AI and the next generation of servers and computational infrastructure, the heat generated just cannot be managed by airflow cooling. And so liquid cooling becomes a reality in 2023. We don't have a choice as we roll out the next computational generation. So with that, we will see liquid and immersion cooling take place even at the edge, believe it or not. And we also have the potential for heat reuse. And there are several really exciting projects that I would encourage you to follow as you get into 2023. A couple of honorable mentions as we close out my predictions for 2023. I'm cheating. I promised you three. I got just a couple more to mention. Very quickly, some of the movement in optical networks that will look beyond pluggables as we get past 800 gig. So keep an eye on that. There will be some changes there. And also some of the work around optical switching and near packaged optics are also something to keep an eye on. So with that, let me wish everybody a happy finish to the holiday seasons as I'm recording this during the holiday period. And I look forward to working with all of you and discussing the 2020 throughout 2023. And hopefully at the end of 2023, we can circle back and see how much of this became a reality.